Assalamualaikum and good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to our program for today. I'm Suhada Binti Junaidi, and it is my pleasure to be the moderator for these sessions that will discuss the relevance of marriage culture in Adat Perpatih in the urban community. Fellow audience, today we'll be having a sharing sessions with our beautiful panel, Miss Yasmin and Rosli, Miss Nurul Irfah binti Ismail, Miss Nurul Hidayah binti Zailani, and lastly, Miss Nurzulaikha binti Bazarudin. Without further ado, let's begin. First and foremost, I think it's only right for me to introduce the Adat Perpatih, especially on the marriage culture, so that everyone will have a better understanding of our topic for today. Well, marriage culture in Adat Perpatih are divided into two, which is endogamous marriage and endogamy marriage. Exogamous marriage, where marriage is allowed when the bride and grooms are from different tribes. This is because if they married in the same tribes, it is considered an offense because it is same as marrying one's own siblings, and thus is very much not allowed in Adat Perpatih. Because for them, exogamous marriage can maintain and extend the relationship between the tribes as a fraternal relationship, not a large-based marital relationships, and also strengthen the ties between the tribes. An endogamy marriage, by marrying with the same tribe, it may cause the offspring to give birth to defective offspring, such as insufficient nature, stupidity, and other negative sides. Endogamy marriage is divided into two, which is first sumbang sewaris, that is, marriage between members of the tribe but with different perut. Such marriage are strictly forbidden. The second one is sumbang sekadim, which is married to a woman of the same perut, also known as sumbang balai melintang. Sumbang sekadim marriage is the biggest offense to Adat Perpatih, and it will be punished severely. As you know, in Adat Perpatih have several tribes that we normally heard, and some of it are not familiar to us, such as Biduanda, Batu Hampar, Payakumbu, Mungkal, Tiga Nenek, Seri Melenggang, Seri Lemak, Batu Belang, Tanah Datar, Anak Melaka, Anak Aceh, and Tiga Batu. But Adat Perpatih in Rebau, there are few of them are allowed to be married to the same tribes, such as Batu Hampar have 5 perut, which is Raja Makota, Raja Mentika, Titian Batanyor, Batu Hampar Agam, and Batu Hampar Penajis. If the man is from Raja Makota Perut, so they cannot marry with the woman from Raja Mentika Perut, but they can marry with the other 3 perut. And same goes to perut of Titian Batanyor, Batu Hampar Agam, and Batu Hampar Penajis cannot marry each other.
So one thing that we should know is Adat Perpatih is matrilineal, which means this custom prioritizes women in inheriting the ancestral land and property. Even in marriage, the husband is obligated to move in with the wife and cultivate the wife's family land of the marriage, and he is also the one who has to move out in case of divorce to protect the dignity of the woman so that she and her children would be guaranteed of a place to live. On top of that, marriage of the same clan is forbidden in Adat Perpatih as they are considered as family, and breaking this custom would result in the couple being ousted from the lineage, the woman being denied inheritance, and the man would be denied any position as pegawai adat in the society. But the problem is, in this urbanized era, mass migration to the city has resulted in some Adat Perpatih descendants to lose track of their origin, which complicates the marriage customs. And it is also very unlikely for the younger generation to really commit to cultivating the family's land as how it was supposed to be back in the days. Some scholars also said that this custom is against the Islamic practice because it prioritizes women over men. Just so you know, according to Max Weber, cultural attributes contribute to an individual's social status in the society's hierarchy, and the women in Adat Perpatih are regarded highly as the birth mother of the society and is a symbol of dignity in a clan. So, although Adat Perpatih seems like a good approach to enlighten the highly debated gender issues against women, it is only practiced by the Adat Perpatih descendants, which are a minority in the population, and it is also currently very threatened by the urbanization, which really questions its relevance, especially on the marriage culture among the urban community. That's all from me. Thank you.
Wow, that was such an eye-opening discussion, wasn't it? Thank you very much, Miss Yasmin. Well, I bet the audience are eager to learn more about our topic, which is why we should quickly invite our next panel, Miss Irfah, who will explain more about the urban community that relevance to marriage culture in Adat Perpatih.
Thank you, moderator, for giving me the opportunity in explaining the relevance of marriage in Adat Perpatih. Due to urbanization, the practice and rules did not be applied among public in Negeri Sembilan. As can be known in Adat Perpatih, the man will be stayed with the wife's family after marriage and work on the land that has been inherited to the wives, such as paddy field. However, mostly men in Negeri Sembilan are no longer interested in working the field, so they decided to migrate in earning more to support their family income by seeking job opportunity. The wife will also migrate with the husband as loyalty in marriage, even though in Adat Perpatih, women supposedly stayed with the parents and did not allowed to migrate. This migration leading to a decline of agricultural activities, with modernization and the migration of the younger generation to a bigger city for work. This tradition is now seldom observed. Besides, in urbanization did not prioritize the hierarchy of the community in Adat Perpatih. Nowadays, the community activities among women are decreasing, as young women especially tends to prefer having their own time. Based on Adat Perpatih, women will be stay with the parents, which is did not allow them to immigrate. This factor will leading them to spend more time in having community activities. In 1960s, there are group of women that will cooperate with each other when there is event or occasion in the village, such as activity rewang. Teen women, especially those who were neighbors and members of the local dance groups, will be helped in prepared for the occasion that being held. In Adat Perpatih, there is ibu suku that uphold and pass down the customs. She is responsible in ensuring the customs and traditions are followed properly in any ceremony such as wedding and feasts. However, due to the urbanization, the customs are not being practiced among the youngsters, and sometimes they did not invite the ibu suku or the leaders to their weddings. Besides, people nowadays did not practice the custom of wedding ceremony, such as marriage and betrothal. All matters are simplified. Even into tribal marriages that are prohibited in Perpatih custom are no longer asked to the couple's heirs. There are couples married to the same tribe, but still occupying customary land.
Yes, I absolutely agree with Miss Irfah. I believe that modernization does influence the practice of culture in the society. Now let's hear from Miss Hidayah on the property issue in the marriage culture in Adat Perpatih. Is it true that women in the Adat Perpatih customs are given priority over men?
Thank you, Miss Suhada, for inviting me today. Yes, in terms of property, Adat Perpatih will be given more benefit to the woman instead of men. Adat Perpatih is a matrilineal where women's positions are more prioritized. Women in Adat Perpatih will get a customary land, where this customary land is passed down through generation. This is because to ensure that the rights of women are protected. Property in marriage. How the property will be divided between the family members in Adat Perpatih. First, if the husband died, the property will be divided between the wife and the daughter. However, if the wife died, the property will be passed to the daughter. This is because it is the culture of Adat Perpatih to prioritize women instead of men. So, the property will be given to the woman in the family, which is the daughter. However, in Adat Perpatih, if the married couple divorce, the matrimonial property will be divided between them. But if the married couple has children, the property will be given to the wife, so the wife can use the money to raise the children. This is because to ensure that the rights of women and children are protected. This is because women after divorce they will become a single mother, where it will be challenges and difficult for the woman to survive. For example, if before divorce woman has no job, no income, so it will be difficult for woman to survive and raise the children. So with the property that the woman get, they can survive and can raise their children. Why I keep mentioning about divorce? Because divorce in Malaysia has been increased year by year, where we can see that in 2019, the number of divorce among married couple has increased into 56,000, where it is a serious issue in our country. So this will be difficult for the woman to survive as they become divorced, single mother. Especially if they live in a poverty, they need more money to buy foods, to pay for the house, to pay for the bills, to raise the children. So this Adat Perpatih has protected the right of women if anything happen in the marriage.
Wow, Miss Hidayah's explanation was truly a great knowledge to all of us and very interesting too. Last but not least, Ms. Nurzulaikha, what would you like to add or recommend after listening to all the points given by the other panels?
Assalamualaikum and thank you, Miss Moderator, for inviting me. So, from the point given by the past panel before me, it can be seen that the Adat Perpatih is actually still relevant, as it teaches us how to respect women, how to respect the older people, and how to respect others' religion. It keeps the harmony and peace in the society. However, according to Datuk Seri Paduka Rosli, this Adat Perpatih is not being stressed enough on the young generation, as the opinion and view of the young generation are often being denied or being neglected by the older generation, as they treated the Adat Perpatih like it belong to them. But in order for Adat Perpatih to keep evolving, to keep being known for the further generation, we need to start involving the young generation, the youngster nowadays, as they can use their knowledge in technology and their knowledge in social network in order to spread awareness about Adat Perpatih and the real knowledge and real info regarding the Adat Perpatih. Not just the adat that are neglecting men and in favor of women, but also the truth that this Adat Perpatih is not neglecting the men, but it is just protecting the woman while also giving power to the men. Not just that, the Datuk Rosli also recommend for the leader of Negeri Sembilan to start involving creativity in spreading awareness and spreading propaganda regarding Adat Perpatih. For example, include documentary, drama, cartoons, songs and so on, just like what Waris did with his song Rembau Most Wanted, which he includes some lyrics that are saying some information regarding Adat Perpatih, which will definitely attract the young generation nowadays when they are listening to this song, and they will gain knowledge about the Adat Perpatih.
Thank you very much, Ms. Nurzulaikha, for addressing this interesting topic. Finally, we have reached the end of our forum today. So here I would like to thank our great panel for coming and sharing their opinion on the topic with all of us today. I hope our audience have gained a lot from this forum. Thank you for joining us and see you next time. Assalamualaikum.